Moin, welcome back to the channel, everyone. What does Germany do well? A lot of things, obviously. I know, like those house building videos we've watched. So the German windows, excellent, and also the insulation of homes is really well done. Roadworks, I would say, very, very well done. So infrastructure and roadworks, public transportation, engineering. What else? Beer, fish sandwiches, and a host of other things. All right, let's get to this. Rubas.
Made a video about 3 things I don't think Germany does very well. Well, as promised, here is a follow-up video of 3 things I really appreciate about life in Germany, because I want to be fair and balanced. Now, I'm not saying that these things
Labor law?
are perfect. There is always room for improvement. These are not examples of things in which Germany leads the world, but rather a personal list of things that make life in this country pretty good, actually. And the first one is local public transport. It mostly works pretty well, and most cities have a public transport system that will get you to every neighborhood reasonably efficiently. You have to bear in mind that
Reasonably efficiently.
I grew up in the UK, where the only place with decent public transport
Is London?
in and around London. To illustrate the point, here's a map of the railways and Stadtbahn system in Stuttgart. Now, compare that with the railways and metro system in a similarly sized British city, Bristol. Oh, wait. Bristol doesn't have a metro system. You have to go everywhere by bus in one of Britain's most congested cities. I also like the way that local
That can definitely be a turnoff for like living in a city if they don't have good public transportation. Like our Canadian big cities typically have pretty good public transportation. If you're talking about Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, Edmonton, like the transportation systems there are pretty good. Once you leave those cities, though, it's just horrible.
public transport tickets are fully integrated. In any city you go to, you can use the buses, trams, U-Bahn and commuter trains, all with the same ticket, even if they are operated by different companies. Now, it is true that, like most large countries, Germany has a confusing patchwork of different local public transport ticketing systems with different rules in each city. But Germany has a solution for that. The famous Deutschland ticket, which is valid on all forms of local public transport everywhere in the country. Yes, it's quite new and it has a few teething problems. I mean, for example, it's created a bit more demand for local trains than was expected. But these are surely problems that can be fixed. So, well done, Germany, on a brilliant idea. My second item is one that I know a lot of people will violently disagree with because they think of it as an inconvenience. Shops close on Sundays and public holidays. Now, yeah, I will admit that.
Yeah, we've talked about this quite a bit. I like that. That the most shops close on Sundays. However, there's still restaurants, right? Stuff like that. So it's not just like, are the grocery stores open though? No, grocery stores are closed, and it's mainly to give people a day off.
That is inconvenient, but it's part of a recognition by society that there are more things that go towards quality of life than just GDP. One of those things is the idea that families and friends should be able to spend time together, and that's not easy if you don't have at least one day a week when most people can be guaranteed a day off. Now,
Yeah, that's a hard thing, isn't it? Planning to get together with people and then finding the same days off, right?
granted, there are many people who work in industries that can't just stop dead on a Sunday, and they still need to be staffed to just keep the country running. I mean, it would be absolutely terrible if, for example, hospitals had to close one day a week. But if as many people as possible all have the same day off, then you increase the chances that people will be able to relax and do fun things together. Does this mean I can't go out and buy a dozen eggs on a Sunday? Yes, it does. Can I live with that? Yes, absolutely I can, and I've been doing so all my life. Finally, although Germany does have some problems with xenophobic nationalists, by and large the country does get patriotism more or less right. You see, in my native country,
I like his pronunciation, patriotism.
patriotism is often brash and kitschy to the point that I actually think it makes the whole country look ridiculous. These are not neo-Nazi whack jobs, they're ordinary citizens expressing pride in their country in the only way they know how. What I find refreshing about the German approach is that they actually do take a quiet pride in their country, they just don't shove it in your face. I do wish they wouldn't complain all the time, but if you ask them why they always complain, they'll tell
Like we have July 1st, which is Canada Day.
you it's to encourage more change for the better. In other words, they don't crow about how much better their country is than any other. And in fact, their modesty is one of the things that they're secretly proud of. They show their love for their country by trying to improve it and making it better than it already is. Now, I don't think that they're going about it in quite the right way, but that is what motivates them, and I think that's excellent. So well done, Germany. You've got all of those things more or less right. Now, if you could just work on those things that I highlighted in my previous video,
I have to watch the previous video now.
that would be very much appreciated. By me, at least. I can't speak for anyone else.
So good points. He hit on at least one, the public transportation thing. I think I mentioned like labor laws and just like like society just saying like we should all have, at least as many people as possible, have a day off. There's the video, what Germany needs to improve. I'll check that one out here in a bit. Anyways, thanks for watching. See y'all soon.